Yeah, what's up, y'all? Welcome to our channel. I'm Real.
I'm Nayara, and today we're going to teach y'all how to make plant-based chicken Parmesan.
Yep, and this is going to be our first video going out on our platform today. So if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe. Now, with that being said, let's get into the video.
Okay, this is a 5-star meal. You know the deal. If you came here for a taste, my friend, you're in the right place. Now what you want to do is boil you some spring water, and then after the spring water has reached boiling point, you want to drop in about 7 plum tomatoes. You're going to let that boil for about 2 to 3 minutes. Next up, you want to rinse off those plum tomatoes with some cool water because they're going to be mighty hot. Then you want to go ahead and remove the skin from the tomatoes. That's what the boiling is for. It's going to help you remove this skin quite easily. So just like you see Nayara doing in the video, you're going to remove the skin just like so. Now you're going to keep it moving, and then you want to halve these tomatoes. You want to cut these tomatoes in half, and then you want to remove the pith from the tomatoes. Next, add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of grapeseed oil to a pot on medium heat and let that heat up for about 3 to 4 minutes. While your oil is heating up, go ahead and get your top chef skills going on. You want to chop up 1 yellow onion and 2 medium-sized shallots. Okay, now you can go ahead and add your onions to the pot, and you're going to let that cook for about 3 to 5 minutes until they become translucent. After your onions cook down, go ahead and add your plum tomatoes to the pot. Now give it a stir. Go ahead. Stir it, stir it, stir it. Mix it, stir it, stir it, stir it. As you know, life gave us seasoning with reasoning, so we're going to add about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt. Then we're going to come through and add about a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. Then of course we need a little razzle dazzle, so go ahead and grab that basil and add about 1/4 teaspoon of basil. And we got a lot of thyme, so we're gonna add a dash of thyme. Then of course we're gonna add just a light dash of crushed red pepper flakes. And then about 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder. That's a must. That's an integral part of this sauce. Gotta have the onion powder. And then we're gonna add about, I wanna say, an 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper for inflammation. And then just a light dash of black pepper. Then you're gonna go ahead and stir it, stir it, stir it, mix it, stir it. Do what you gotta do. Once you have finished stirring, allow your sauce to simmer on medium-low to low heat for about 2 hours. Now you want to go ahead and grab about 3 to 4 dill leaves, and I like to remove the stem. You don't necessarily have to, but it's just something I prefer. And we're going to go ahead and add that to our blender in a second. But first you want to add about 1.5 cups of hemp seeds to your blender, and then you can go ahead and add your dill leaves on top. The next thing you're going to do is slice a key lime in half and go ahead and squeeze both halves of the key lime juice inside the blender. And then you're going to add about 2 teaspoons of onion powder, about a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, then the next thing you want to do is add about, I added a splash of water, but you can add anywhere from a splash to about a 1/4 cup, an 1/8 cup to a 1/4 cup. It really just depends on how creamy or thick you prefer your sauce to be, but I just went ahead and added like an 1/8 cup, I want to say. And then you're going to go ahead and add about a 1/2 of lemon juice. Be careful not to get any lemon seeds up into your blender. And then you're gonna go ahead and add about a dash of smoked paprika. And then blend it all up, and you should have something like this. And now we back to the sauce. It's been about 2 hours, so we're gonna go ahead and take our immersion blender, and you If you don't have an immersion blender, it's cool. I mean, it's kind of bougie anyway. I don't really prefer it. You could take a regular blender. You could blend this stuff together. My bad. Alright, my bad, y'all. Naira don't like the fact that I call her immersion blender bougie, but it is what it is. But you're going to go ahead and blend it up all together, and you're going to add 2 teaspoons of 100% tomato paste, and we'll link in the description box which brand we use. And then you want to re-season the sauce the same way as we did before, letting it simmer for 2 hours. And this is going to guarantee that robust flavor that you want out of the sauce. And if you don't have an immersion blender, you can simply just use your regular blender, and you could use the post feature on your blender, or you could put your blender on low and blend it for a few seconds. And you don't want to like blend it on too high, because then you'll just pulverize it and it will ultimately be too thin. So you want to kind of avoid that, you know. Alright, so now we're going to begin to prepare our pasta noodles. So what you want to do is add about 2 cups of natural spring water to a pot, which is really about just a bottle of spring water. You're going to bring that to a roaring boil, and you want to also remember to add about a capful of grapeseed oil to the pot to prevent the noodles from sticking. Now, we like to use the Good and Gather brand because they do not have any extra ingredients besides chickpea flour in their noodles, so all that natural flavor, pea protein, potato starch, tarragon, xanthan gum, and all that other stuff which we really don't need in our food is good with Good and Gather. But this ain't a sponsor though, just like telling y'all how we do it how you like to do it. But you know what I'm saying, what you're gonna do is cook your pasta noodles for 8 minutes, just about, and they should look something like this. And then the next thing you want to do is strain your pasta noodles. And then you want to rinse off your pasta noodles with some cold water. And then you can set them off to the side as we get ready for the next step. Alright, so what you want to do is add some spelt flour to 2 different bowls, and you're going to lightly add a little spelt flour to one, and you're going to add a little more to another. And then you're going to season both: pink salt, oregano, basil, tarragon, onion powder, cayenne pepper. You could use whatever rations that you know best suit you. I mean, this is all about just like an 1/8 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. It's nothing really heavy, like just a teaspoon of onion powder and a dash of cayenne pepper and all of that. I'm a big fan of cayenne pepper. I ain't gonna lie, it's probably a little more than a dash, but it is what it is. And then you're gonna add water to the lighter mixture, because this is gonna be your wet batter. You're gonna have a wet batter and you're gonna have a dry batter. Now pay close attention to this next step. You're gonna first wet your mushroom. You got your Portobello Mushroom Cap. This is a medium-sized Portobello Mushroom Cap. You get the large size, you get the medium size, however you want to do it. And then you see that double dip? That double dip is integral. You gotta do the double dip. If you don't do the double dip, you're toast. I'm sorry to break it to you, you're toast. You gotta do the double dip. See, oil with about a 1/4 cup of oil to about a 1/2 cup of oil. And you're gonna let that heat up for about 4 to 5 minutes on medium heat. And once the oil has heated up, you're gonna drop your Portobello Mushroom Cap top down first. You're gonna cook that. You're gonna cook both sides for about 4 to 5 minutes respectively until it turns about golden brown. It's the 4th quarter, so you know we gotta add that pasta to the plate. Oh my God, do you see that sauce? This tomato sauce, pizza sauce, spaghetti sauce. This could be burgers. It's too good. It's every kind of sauce you need. And then we gonna cap it off with the Portobello Mushroom Cap. And then do not forget the Hemp Seeds sauce, because we made it for a purpose. And we gotta have the cayenne pepper, because for me, the cayenne pepper is like sprinkles on ice cream. It's just something you gotta have, and it serves a purpose. And I'm not gonna lie, this entire video has been dedicated to this sauce because that's what it's about. If you do not have the sauce, my friend, you are lost. But he who has too much sauce becomes lost in the sauce. But leave a like, leave a comment, go ahead and subscribe. Let us know what you thought, and until next time, good people. And cut.